Okay, so you can see this is Protastructure 2022. If we click on, let's say I click on open projects. For the benefit of those who have never used it before, I believe maybe just one or two people on the platform that must have actually probably explored the software before. But I believe most of us on the platform have not really laid our hands on it yet. So this is actually how it looks like. When you first of all open it, it's going to look like this. And then the next thing you do, just similarly, just like the way you do in your Protastructure 22, all you need to do is to click on a new project. So when you click on new projects, okay, this actually pops up for you to pick the particular template you actually work with.
Okay.
So we have different templates here for Brazil, for Hong Kong, but in Nigeria, like you know, we use British standard. Some use Eurocode, but Eurocode is the latest now. But most of us are very used to the BS, although there's no much actually. So just give this a name. Let's say Prota. Let me see, Protasteel. Like you know, you cannot space in Protastructure when you are trying to give a name for a project. You know, you can't space. Like it's written here, available characters, you can only use dash, you use dash, you use comma, you use underscore. These are the characters you can actually use in spacing. Okay, so that is why I'm using underscore training, Protasteel underscore training. So if I click on OK, so when I click on OK now, let me wait for this to load. It's actually loading in the background.
How are you?
Oh, it's taking time to load. Sorry, I think I will have to mute some of us, or virtually everybody. Okay. This is the interface for Protastructure 2022. Sorry, let me minimize this a bit so that you can see what is going on there. Okay, I want to believe many of us are familiar with 2021. For those that are not familiar with 2021, this may look entirely strange to us. But if you are familiar with 2021, you agree with me that the interface is more like this. Okay. You have the building set out. You have modeling, you have loading, you have review, you have analysis, you have design, you have drawings and reports, you have BIM, building information modeling, display, view, and help. Now, if you come back to your building set out, you can see you have recent projects. That's the list of the projects that you must have done previously using the Protastructure itself. So when you click on this drop-down menu, it actually takes you down to the list of all the projects that you must have done using the software. So you can see it's giving me a highlight of all the designs I have done using the Protastructure 2022. Okay, open previous backup, all the backups that you must have done previously. Save thumbnail. Saving thumbnail is more like, how do I explaining thumbnail? It's more like a picture of that particular, probably the particular interface that is actually appearing in your window as at that time. So if I click on save thumbnail for this, it's going to actually capture just what is appearing on my screen right now, and it's going to help me save that. If I click on save to save project, save as is probably you trying to save, probably changing the name of the project, changing the directory of this particular project. For example, if I don't want to save it in the particular directory, because automatically it will save under users, under GREYTEST, because that's the name of my computer, under document, under Prota data. So when you go to Prota data in my system, that's if you come to my document under Prota data, you're going to find every files that I have done in my Protastructure 2022. I believe most of us know how to locate that. But for the benefit of those who don't know how to locate that, if you come to your document, you come to program Prota data. Are you seeing my current screen now? I don't think you can see it. Let me.
We are seeing it. We are seeing it.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Okay, nice. Now, Prota data, you can see when you come under your documents, you see Prota data 2022. Once I open this, all the designs that I have done in Protastructure 2022 is going to be saved here. Okay, nice. Okay, so save as, that's what save as do for you, but you can change the path that you want to save this particular file. Probably maybe you don't want this to be saved in this directory. So you can just click on, once you click on this, it takes you to where you probably may want to save this. So it could be that you are using an external hard drive. So you may want to select that to save that directly into your hard drive. So wherever you want to save, you can just target that particular directory and save there. And then you can probably change the name from here. If you want to change this to the name of the project, whether propose 4-bedroom duplex, whether it's propose warehouse at number, this, and that. So you can actually give the name of the project based on probably the location or the type of building and all that. So you can close this particular project, look at materials, defining different materials. These are for concrete, Protastructure is both for reinforced concrete and for your steel. And for Protastructure 2022, it has formwork. So you can actually design formwork. So that is why you see this timber here. not like it's mainly for timber design per se. So you only use it for formwork. So you can see these materials here. You can see timber frame members. I don't know if you can see this particular place I'm showing right now on my screen.
Yes, we
We
can
all
see
see
it.
this place where I am
Yes,
right
we
now.
can see it.
Yes.
We can see
Okay,
it.
nice.
Yes,
So you see
yes, we can
timber
see it.
frame members. So you can actually select based on the grade of the particular steel timber member you actually want to use for your timber design. You can as well pick your steel grade. You can as well for your sheeting here, you can for your steel and for your reinforced concrete. So you can pick all of that. You can see for your steel column, you can pick the grade of steel for your steel beam, for your truss members, for your pole line, for your guards, for your brace, for your framework. So you can see all of that. For slab, that's your normal reinforced concrete, your links, your ribs, your concrete beam. Okay, so whatever grade of concrete, you can as well switch to your foundation here. It brings you here where you can as well pick for the characteristic strength of your concrete, and you can also pick for the strength of your steel. So whatever grade of steel, you can pick from here. As you can see from this setting here, by default is showing us grade 410. This one is 20/25. It does not just pick a particular grade of concrete for you. So it gives you 2025, I think 30, 2020, 16, 20, 20, 25, 25, 30, 28, 35, like that. So in that order. So if you are picking the grade of concrete for 2025, is going to base on this particular grade of concrete. Okay. So that is what Protastructure will do for you. If you come to your settings, these settings, you can play around with your settings even while you are doing your design, because this here you can see we have layers and color settings. So here you can as well play around with your colors, your reinforcement thickness. You can change the reinforcement thickness. You can change the color of that your reinforcement not to look similar with the lines that are representing probably your cover. So you can actually play around with that, change the thickness of all of that, okay? From your layers, your display, project templates, performance mode. Okay, if you come down to your settings, okay, it's loading in the background. So from your settings here, you can see we can actually choose a code of practice. You know, we have already picked the code of practice from the beginning. That's the template we want to actually work with. So just in case probably you opened it with a different template, you can actually switch to the particular one you actually want to make use of. So I'm going to cancel that. So you can see your units and formats, very important. You need to know the units of measurements based on the unit of measurement you are actually going to be using. So it's very important for you to pick all that. But because of the template which that we actually picked, so it's going to use metric units for us. Okay, it's not going to be using the what's the name of this other unit. We have the metric unit, we have the imperial unit. So it's actually not going to be using the imperial unit because we are using the British standard. Okay, so that is that about that setting. And then you can see the settings for each of your structural members. You can see for your column, you can see for your beam, for your slab, for your foundation, for your staircase. Okay, so all you need to do at your own time, you can probably just go through all of these in order for you to have a better insight of whatever is going on here. So from these settings, you can set the range at probably maybe you are doing your design and you don't want the software to go outside the range of reinforcement that you are asking the software to use. So if you are asking the software to use Y16, Y12, Y16, Y20 for your column, for example, you can set it in a way from these settings that the software will not go outside this reinforcement that you are asking the software to actually make use of. So it will not go outside that particular reinforcement you are asking it to actually make use of for you. So you can take your time to go through all of this in order for you to understand better. You can see the longitudinal bar here. You can set minimum reinforcement, that's your minimum bar size, to be probably Y16, and then the maximum. So the software will never go outside this particular reinforcement that you have set, this that you have actually asked this software to make use of. So it can never go outside this size of bar, okay? So that is that. So the same way, similarly for whether you are whether you are setting for your beam or you are doing that setting for your slab, because I get a lot of questions from people telling me how that they have picked Y12 for their slab, and then by the time they run the analysis and the design, the software is now providing probably Y16 or Y10 or even Y8 in the slab. So sometimes it's from these settings. If you don't set these things right, it tends to probably from your settings, if you have set it in a way, probably by default, that it's actually higher or lower than whatever you have picked from your reinforcement. So it may most likely go outside that reinforcement. So that is similar for every other structural member that you probably want to design going forward. Okay. I believe we all understand so far what I have explained so far. But if you have a question at this point, we can trash that particular question and then we move further. Okay, I want to assume everybody understand what I have been saying so far. Okay, like we know, still design, it's actually, I'm getting some messages here to plug your charger. Yes, I'll plug it now. Yeah, I was actually seeing it, but I deliberately did not plug it. I think it should be charging now. Okay. All right, nice. So when we come to our modeling tab here, you're going to see your selection filter. You're going to see how we're going to use that. while we go further in the training. Your grid, your orthogonal grid axis generator, you are also going to see how we are going to use this. And our polyline, we are definitely going to use this while we proceed. Your circle, your arc, your rectangle, these are for reinforced concrete column, wall, beam, slab, rib, slab strips. If you come down to your steel members here, you click on this drop down, you're going to see your steel column, you see your steel beam, your steel truss, your pull line, your guards, your brace, your frame here. You click down, this drop down here, it says insert using 2 points, insert multiple between selected members. You're going to see how we'll practically do all of this. That's cladding and then steel dome. This is actually very new. This is not available in Protastructure 2021. So it's actually new in Protastructure 2022. So you can find that in 2021. Support floor, this floor plan section. Yeah, this cross section, I get a lot of questions about the cross section, how to cut a cross section of a particular member, probably your beam, your column, or your slab. Protastructure can do that for you, actually. You can have your cross section and you see what you have in your cross section, because I get a lot of questions about that, how to go about that. But it's achieved more, or you get a better result when you are using the Prota detail to cut a section. You're going to see that section and all that. Okay, we have the load cases and combination. You are going to see all of this as we actually proceed, how we are going to be using the line load. You're going to see that too as we proceed. So now let's just go and do something probably simple, Worksman. Okay. Let me pick this and I drop. Let me manually draw this using this axis here. Hold on Control to get a straight line. So if you want to draw an axis, you have to hold on Control to get a straight line. Okay, so if I click here, I'll hold on Control in order for it to be straight. Okay, so once I have my A and I have my 1, so this is axis A, this is axis 1, 1. So the vertical is AA, the horizontal is actually 1, 1. So if I click on this, I can right click and then I will click on offset axis. So here you have to type F2. So for some computers, if you type F2, it will take you straight to typing the dimension you want to specify. Okay, so if you are going just like in your when you are solving for equilibrium, you know, we say the upward forces are actually positive, downward forces are negative. When you are going towards the right is positive, if you are going towards the left is negative, right? So if that is correct, if you type, let's say we have here to be 3 meters, and then I click on enter. Now you can see I have achieved 3 meters here. Now, in a case whereby I have these and then I try to offset these, if I hold type on F2, and then I type 3 meters, it's still going to bring me, sorry, if I try to bring this in this direction and I type F2, if I type 3 meters, it's still going to bring it back to where I have this. You can see it's bringing it back to this direction because it interprets this as an invisible, there is a plus, an invisible plus. So it's taking us back to this direction. So in order for you to have this way, all you need to do is to offset. When I bring it this way, I will have to type in minus probably 3 meters. Okay, but I don't need this axis. I'm going to delete it. Okay. So if I click on this and then I right click, I'll click on offset axis and I take it down, I type F2, click on F2, and then I will type 3 meters. Sorry, if I type 3 meters, it's going to take it up. So what I need to do now is to type minus 3 meters, which is 3,000 in millimeters. Okay. So, you can as well stretch your axis when it's looking too long, although it has no effect on your design actually. But you can see it's telling us the dimension of this. This is 3 meters. But in order for your job to look more presentable, it's better for you to have it not too far. Stretch. Stretch this axis. So, okay.
Hello?
So I'm trying to extend the time for this Zoom meeting. It's showing me 4 minutes more.
Please, can you kindly mute every other person speaking? They are kind of interrupting your
Yes, I will
lesson,
do that.
please.
I will do that right here.
Hello, admin. You will need to unmute yourself, or we cannot hear you. Please. Thank you.
I'm very, very sorry. I'm very sorry. I believe you can hear me now. This is...
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay, nice. This is the column property. So if I click now here, now your design is actually based on trial and error. So you pick a section, analyze, and design. When it fails, you actually increase the still section. Okay, so as an engineer, when you are designing, thank God we are all engineers on the platform. When we are designing, we design based on safety and also economical. Okay. So I'm going to be using some still sections here. All right, so I'm here now. Oh no, U-beam, yeah. So let's say we are going for this still section. Now, I can actually rotate this particular still column, or I can as well make this to be two columns. It depends on whatever you are given by probably the proposed architectural drawing. Okay, so your design is based on the proposed architectural drawing. And since you are an engineer, you will have to design depending on how large that project is. If you are designing for, let's say we are designing a steel tank right now. If you are designing for a duplex or a, I thought I have muted everybody.